Alright, let's take a look at this list. I'm sure this will be a nice simpler. Oh no. This isn't gonna be a simple season. There's so much freaking anime. Oh, legit, I was like, man, this season was so busy between YouTube and Patreon. We'll just chill. I'll pick 10 shows, and there's so many shows I don't even know how I'm gonna pick. Oh my god. What will I watch? I don't know, actually. This is my initial impressions. There's too much freaking shows. I'm going to talk about a handful, and a handful's like 18 shows, I think. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but there's too much freaking anime. I usually don't talk about ONAs or OVAs, but there's this Netflix one coming out from Studio Bones, TP Bon, which is a time-traveling show about saving people's lives through historical events. That sounds freaking awesome. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be. It starts in May, so a month after everything else is pretty much starting, which a few shows are actually doing that, just because of shorter episodes, but that looks pretty cool based on the trailer. Alright, self-explanatory. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Season 3, I am incredibly excited. I absolutely love Season 2. I love that movie. It's going to be one of my favorites to cover. What else can I say? We got Mushoku Tensei coming back for Jobless Reincarnation Part 2 of Season 2. What do you want me to say about the big shows, man? If this is my first time covering the show, you should know I'm very excited. Demon Slayer, we got the Hashira training arc, which I don't know how many episodes this is going to be. This is one of the shows that actually does start later. All I know is that originally when this was announced, people were like, oh, like there's 2 episodes worth of content, but they're doing something. They're probably going to make it last at least 4 or 6 episodes. I don't know. Demon Slayer is always a fun time though, so I'm excited. Now this is a fun one. Konosuba Season 3. Now I covered a lot of the Megami anime on the channel, and that was a really fun to kind of tie you over for Season 3. Konosuba Season 3 has been one of the more requested shows for a while in the anime community. Seasons 1 and 2, just comedy gold, one of the funniest shows. Good character development, good plot progression based on how Season 2 went. This should deliver. What more can you say? My Hero Academia, Season 7. This is another show that starts in May, so I'm not sure if it's going to be a shorter season or what they're doing, but I like My Hero Academia. I think I've been one of the more consistent. I have fun with the show. I don't know. There's always drama about colors of skies or this or that. I just enjoy it. I imagine it'll be fun, but last season was freaking awesome. Probably the best season in my opinion, but we'll see where Season 7 goes. Misfit at Demon King Academy, it's coming back. Funniest thing about Season 2 was that there was so many delays off and on, and then like finally when it came back, it was actually starting to get really good, and then it ended, and I was like, oh. And then it turned out there was another half. Just the delays absolutely killed a lot of the talk about this season. I probably won't talk about it on the channel. I will cover it on Patreon because I enjoyed what I saw. But hopefully no more delays and maybe the popularity can get back up, because when Season 1 was airing, this thing was a juggernaut. We got Kaiju number 8. Now this is one I've heard buzz about for a year, I think. At least a year, give or take. And this one's supposed to be one of the bigger shows of the season. Take a look at the trailers if you haven't already. I think this one's going to explode in popularity, but you never know. It's got a good team behind it. This is one of my more anticipated. Chillin in Another World, level 2 super cheat powers. I love these titles, man. The interesting thing about this one is that this kingdom summons hundreds of heroes from other worlds every year to fight against like the Dark One. And that's kind of like the interesting thing. Like, I'm isekai trash. You can throw whatever and I'll probably get something out of it. But I like the slight twist of like, hey, there's a shit ton of heroes that get summoned. Here's a slight deviation. It ain't gonna reinvent the wheel. It could be absolute trash, but it's enough of a hook to get me to try it, and honestly, I'm pretty excited for it. We got Spice and Wolf from Passion. This is gonna be a 2-core back-to-back. Now, I watched a little of the original, but not too much, and I think this is a proper remake, but a lot of people are expecting it might go past where the first 2 seasons in OVAs went, but either way, gonna look a lot better, gonna be that HD upgrade, and hopefully, you know, especially for Spice and Wolf fans, they'll be able to see more than what was originally adapted, so let's see where it goes. I'm excited to properly jump into this one. God's Game we play, I don't know if this one's really I'm that excited about, but the idea that the ultimate brain game, Game of the Gods, was created by supreme gods who had too much time on their hands, and honestly, that sounds like it could be fun, but I also feel like not many people are gonna watch this one, so I highly doubt it'd be something, even if I did enjoy it, I'd make videos on, but interesting enough. We got one from Silverlink here. Dude's been on his own since his parents died, of course he has, and the only one who seems to care for him is his childhood friend. But apparently she's got this secret that she's the head of a family of spies. Now, that one might be decent. I feel like that's definitely up Silverlink's wheelhouse. Like, that sounds like a Silverlink premise, in my opinion. And Silverlink can go and cook hard sometimes. So maybe this one will actually be a surprise hit, who knows, but I'll keep my eye on it. Grandpa and Grandma turn young again. Now that just, I don't even see a synopsis right now, but the idea of potentially two elderly people who were in love would get to be young again and maybe fall in love all over again, that sounds kind of wholesome. Maybe that'll be a surprise hit. Who the hell knows? The new Gate, honestly, I thought this was a new season of Gate, to be honest, but an online game transformed into a life or death struggle for its players. I think, I could be completely mistaken, I think I remember someone explaining it as if like SAO happened, but then the dude didn't leave SAO after all the bullshit. Like, I think that's the idea of the premise. That kind of sounds fun. Not gonna lie. Unnamed Memory. We got a beautiful witch, we got this quest. Oh, we got another marriage, actually. There's actually a decent amount of marriage in these premises. Honestly, this might be okay. The trailer looks a little more interesting than the synopsis, and it doesn't air on that bad of a day, so I might be able to sneak this into the review slot if it does turn out to be good. I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, but I feel like maybe this could be a sleeper hit. We got Windbreaker from Cloverworks, which I'm a fan of Cloverworks. They're a bit of a hit or miss with reputation these days, but this is actually pretty cool. I don't know what it is, but it kind of gives me some like Tokyo Revengers vibes with a lot of the way the premise is being presented in terms of delinquents and fights and everything like that. So I don't know if this will be a smash hit or kind of an underdog, but there's something about this one that actually does have my eye a bit more than a lot. So we'll see where this one goes, but let me know if anyone knows of anything about Windbreakers, because I feel like this could be exceptionally good or exceptionally average. I don't think it's going to be bad or good. It'll either be amazing or average. Like, that's kind of like where I'm at. Go Loser Ranger. Now, this is an interesting one. This kind of seems like it's like Power Rangers, but you don't know if the Power Rangers are good or bad, and that sounds hilarious, and just like, that might be one of the more unique premises we're gonna see this anime year. So yeah, I'm gonna freaking watch this one. I think it's on Disney and Hulu, so I probably won't have that crazy a popularity, but if it's good enough, I'm sure people will get aboard it. We got Bartender, which I think this is a remake, right? Like, I think there was originally an anime called Bartender. It's kind of like a cult classic manga, and a lot of people who watched the original Bartender, I think, enjoyed it. I think this is just like, you know, a lot of people come in and they'll try to talk about their day. This bartender does his things, talks them through problems. Sounds like a pretty good slice of life. I don't really know much past that, but I'd fuck with that. Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. Now, this one I almost slept on until I saw a bunch of people talk about it. It's from Dogakoba, and apparently we got a former idol, and we got a composer, a VTuber, 4 young women are slightly outside the world joined together to form an anonymous group called Jelly. And honestly, I don't know exactly what it is, but this kind of gives me similar vibes to like something that the way the community's starting to talk about this one kind of reminds me of A Place Further Than the Universe in terms of like, this could explode in popularity. Sounds interesting. The poster's a little weird in terms of like, what the hell's floating up there? I don't know, but keep your eye on this one. And I don't know, man, there's probably a shit ton more. I don't want to talk anymore. I'm already overwhelmed. There's so much shit. I don't even know how I'm going to figure out what to review and what not to review. It's not even that. I don't even know how I'd be able to fit all this on Patreon even if I wasn't making YouTube videos. There's too much anime. Let me know what you're excited for though and what you want to see me cover on the channel. Let me know down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're around here. Of course, ring that bell. And hey, I got a Patreon where we cover every single show we talk about on the channel in a live reaction format over on Patreon, and there's honestly a lot of shows that you may not see me talk about here that I exclusively do over there just because, you know, the viewership isn't really over on YouTube, but people like to watch it over there. So consider supporting if you want to see me talk about everything I am going to watch, and take care.